So I was coming home today from work and coming down my driveway. I'm looking at the side of the boat, you know, and I'm like, what the heck is going on? And lo and behold, look at that. That's looking at the deck the deck like being level and flat. And that back end just dropped. I mean, that's the twist. But that's like more than the 2-inch twist I had when it was the worst. And I'm like, that's insane. Yesterday I'm working on this thing. I had the side jacked up and I was welding the corner to give it support, working on leveling that deck. And I could stand back from the back and the front and see like a 1/2 inch from left to right. I'm like, wow, these little things that I've done have actually really helped in correcting this thing. And then I come home today and this is where it's at. And that's actually the difference between warm weather and cool weather. It's like, low 60s today, and it was in the 80s yesterday. The sun was on it. It was pretty warm. So the twist and the pressure in those components, when the metal warms up, those tacks are apparently like giving. When the metal's, say, 120 degrees, with the sun on it, the pressure is enough to move those suckers. I don't know. I mean, maybe someone else can comment, but that's like worse than I've ever seen it. And granted, I did cut some of the support tacks in the front of the boat, as I'm trying to manipulate things to correct. Thought I was making progress, and the thing was holding pretty tight, because those engine bearers in the front are cut loose, and these two on both sides, those outer tacks are cut loose. And there's the thing. That's the mark. Those things are loose. And my mark's still flipping right on. It's flipping right there. So somehow I'm getting that much twist, and the engine bearer don't move a 1/2 millimeter. The braces going up to the sides, and the stringers, right there, I didn't cut the tacks. I figured, those are pretty weak supports anyway, especially side to side. They're just almost nothing. I don't know if those are just put in there for the floor or what, but it's like, yeah, and a big old hole right here is back. So, I had this jacked up level. I was welding on this seam, because this was higher than this. I had welded and blended that in. I was getting ready to put the windscreen on. And and I'd planned on tacking those supports back. But I thought, well, heck, if I only got a 1/2 inch from left to right in the front, that's not bad. I mean, putting the windscreen on, so pretty much cover it up. It's really not going to be that noticeable. But this thing is like hardcore tweaked. And it's just severe uneven pressure. I mean, I knew it was there. I thought, I'd corrected for some of it. Even if the bottom of the hole was twisted a little bit. It's not going to be a big performance issue. I'm thinking I'm on my way forward, moving forward with this thing. But even if I weld up those supports that I cut, they didn't move. This boat is doing this with this much temperature change. That's with the partial bulkhead welded in, the chines and the sides tacked really heavy. You know, just the engine bearers and such in the front, where where they're out on the hull, not the keel, and those side straps, back to there. The first two cut on both sides, and those didn't move. They're in exactly the same spot, right there too, mark for mark. So the twist is like in the front, and I've already completely disassembled that. Put that bulkhead in, squared up the two sides in the front, and this is what is still happening. There's just so much uneven pressure, I mean, I guess I can wait for the next sunny, hot day, wait till this thing gets up to 150 degrees, and then just weld the crap out of it. I suppose if everything's just welded solid, I don't know, maybe if I can get it to 200 degrees, it'll be level. What do you guys think? Maybe I could put it in an oven, get a spacesuit. Holy crap.